WNBA has been around for some time now, and there's been a lot of great WNBA women's basketball players. But for a long time, nobody really paid the WNBA no mind. It wasn't making money, it was going under. The NBA was basically paying for it. The salaries of the WNBA was horrible. These women were not making no money. People like Cheryl Swoops and Cynthia Cooper and all these women, they wasn't making a lot of money. But these were great women's basketball players. And they didn't get the attention or the notoriety that they should have. But now, in the last 2 years, a lot of people have been paying attention to the WNBA with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. A lot of people is really starting to look into the WNBA. And with the gender wars going on in social media, people are taking sides. A lot of people are upset because Caitlin Clark has been coddled, and she's become the face now of the WNBA, and a lot of black women have been made to look jealous because they figure, like, hey, we've been playing for a long time. You guys are not was not paying attention to us. And now this woman come, you want to make her the face. And a lot of black people in the community have turned on black women to side with this coddled woman, Caitlin Clark. One of these people is Angel Reese. Angel Reese is a beautiful, thick black woman, 6'3", booty on her, everything. I mean, very nice. And she also defeated Caitlin Clark in the championship game. When they played, she beat Caitlin Clark. But a lot of people say that she's jealous of Caitlin Clark. She's hating. And the sad part is a lot of black men, all on ESPN and all these places, they're coddling this woman, Caitlin Clark, and they got very bad things to say about Angel Reese. I don't know no other community that would do that to their own women, but our community is dysfunctional. We just so dysfunctional. But she posted something online on what she said, on how she said what she likes in a man. She said she wants a big dog. Angel Reese shares she's single and wants the type of man that can snatch her up. She needs her next man to be 6'7" or taller. That's not all. She wants to date someone in the NBA. And I understand that. She's 6'3", she's tall, she wants somebody that can actually match her. But she's under fire now because in this gender war thing on social media, especially in black YouTube, you have a lot of black women saying disparaging things about black men saying disparaging things about black women. And she made this post on her social media. She's since took it down, but she made this. Check this out.
I've never seen an unhappy black woman with a fine white man. I've never seen it. And we could talk about it more. Because the ones that be happy as hell with their white man, they be getting everything that they want. And that's going to be me next. Happily in love, living a life, they man spoiling them. They just over there. Where the white man at? I'm at the point where I'm sick. Like, I am. Y'all give nothing no more. So I'm dating out of my comfort zone now, and I'm going to get me a Caucasian man. So where y'all at?
So a lot of us come online today and we post a lot of foolishness because in the house of the black community, we got a lot of dysfunction. So you hear a lot of black women coming online now, totally degrading black men, and they got black sons, just disrespecting black men, right? But then you got black men that totally come on here and disrespect black women. You see a lot of these athletes and entertainers, they come and they got the W woman on their arm. So now you're starting to hear a lot of disgruntled black women saying, I'm going to go get me a W man. And we do all of this in front of the world, right? But then we complain about racism and W supremacy. That goes to show you that we're out of our minds. We're not right in our minds. We've been so traumatized as a people and been forced to take that trauma out on each other because historically, we had to go to the same people that was traumatizing us for justice. So we don't see the relevance in each other in a lot of different aspects. That's why it's so easy for us to commit verbal genocide on each other before the world and act like it's nothing, while all other groups is watching us, scratching their head like, what? What? You don't hear other groups doing this to each other. We do it. We do it. And it's sad. So you had this woman, Sky Solomon. She took to social media to explain why you see a lot of the black athletes with the W woman and the actual motive that's behind it and what they do. Check this out.
So the NBA draft just passed and everyone's still wondering about why every single professional athlete seems to have a white girlfriend or a girlfriend who's like super light skinned, almost white. So I worked a whole entire year in marketing and sports for professional athletes, but I also live in Miami, so I've met a lot of like professional athletes as well, just because it's Miami. And let me tell you something. When there's a black man, especially a black man who's come from a predominantly like black community, right? And he's about to go into the NFL, NBA draft, whatever the case may be, and they're waving millions of dollars in his face for endorsements, brand deals, sponsorships, whatever the case may be, the brands most of the time want proximity to whiteness. So that means whatever the brand wants, they're going to get. And especially when you have managers and agents who are like money driven and who know they're going to get that 3 to 5% cut off of that athlete, they're going to encourage the athlete to date a white woman. They're going to encourage that athlete to date women who are very, very light skinned and also have a very classy persona on social media, because that's what brands are going to pay the most money for. Because a lot of times when you have athletes, especially who come from like predominantly black communities and a lot of times low income communities, and this is kind of like their golden ticket out of the hood, if that makes sense, they're going to do whatever it takes to get that money, especially when there's millions of dollars on the line and they're not used to money. So many black creators, even on here, they come and tell you that they don't make the same as their white counterparts. And even me, as a light-skinned black woman, it's like, I know that I have privilege, but I also know there's my same white counterparts doing the exact same thing, getting paid way more than I am. So imagine a darker skinned creator. So think about it. A lot of these athletes, this is their golden ticket out. This is their golden ticket to the life that they've been dreaming of for them and their family. So if they have to be in a proximity to whiteness to get millions of dollars, they're going to do it. And their agents, their managers, everyone on their team is going to push them towards that. And I'm not saying that those black professional athletes can't like white girls. That might be 100% their type. But if they're given the opportunity to pick between a beautiful white girl and a beautiful black girl, they're gonna pick that beautiful white girl because she is gonna give them that proximity to whiteness, and then is gonna get them paid way more than dating that black girl, because then brands will see them as more marketable because they're closer to whiteness. I know black men who are athletes who've never dated white women their whole entire lives, and then immediately they get drafted or they're about to get drafted, and then that's the only type of women they go for. And I've literally had an athlete to my face tell me, you would do it too for a check. And it's like, oh. Especially if you're a black girl who's thinking about marrying a professional athlete, one that's like really good with a lot of like sponsorships and like endorsements, you're going to have a very difficult time. Because let me tell you, one time I was told to edit an NFL player's like potential fiance's Instagram, right? And I was going through and I was like, oh, she's so classy, beautiful, there's really nothing that I would change. And both the agent and the manager told him, you need to get your girl to delete all the bikini pictures, because for a black girl, that's too much. But mind you, other NFL players will have like white girlfriends, white fiancés who will have bikini pics, and it's no problem. But because she's black, it looks unclassy. If you're a black girl, they want you to have the exact same Savannah James layout. Like no drama, super classy, everyone loves you. Like that is the aesthetic that they want you to have, because that's what's going to get these NFL players, these NBA players paid more in endorsements, because it gives them more of a classier vibe. But in our generation, if you're white and just doing like the bare minimum, then you're already considered classy. But yeah, that's the tea. They push them and encourage them to date and marry white girls, and they're not scared to broadcast that during the draft or like, you know, on their social medias, because at the end of the day, that's what brands want to see. Unfortunately, that's the case, even though it's 2024 and we need to wake up.
Let me tell y'all something out there. I was in a debate about 5 years ago with a brother from the Manosphere, and we were going back and forth, and I feel like I was winning the debate. But he said something to me that still sticks with me today. And I had to concede his point. I said that the elders dropped the ball, and a lot of them sold our community out. And he said something. He said, no, they didn't. He said the elders did an exceptional job. They did a great job. He said they did such a great job that you guys are so free today, you believe that you don't even need each other no more. And when he did it, it stuck in my brain. I heard it, and I said, it started to compute in my brain. I said, wow. He said, they did such an exceptional job that you can date whoever you want. You can go wherever you want to go, to the point where you don't even believe you need each other no more. You totally disrespect and desecrate everything that they fought for you. And they did it together. They walked and marched together. And now, with all the newfound freedoms you got that they fought for you to have, what you do is piss in their face and tell them it's raining by not even wanting to even be with each other to further the race. This is what they've done. So today, with all the things that they've done, we commit verbal genocide on each other every day. Every day. through our ignorance. And other groups is capitalizing off of our dysfunction. So in the house of black dysfunction, the mother's in the front room, the brother's in the back room, the sister's in the middle room. So what makes black men any better than the sisters? Or the sisters any better than the black men when we're all coming out of that house of dysfunction? Now does that represent the totality of the whole black community? Absolutely not. But there's a large portion of our community that think that going outside of ourselves is greater than anything that we ever have for each other. Because we're a traumatized group. And we fail to exhibit love. This is why me being married for 22 years, me and my wife, I post black love. I tell them that it's possible. Stop doing it. You don't see other groups doing this. And then you believe that the W woman is some. Now let's look at the W woman track record with the black man or her track record with the black community historically in this country. How the hell are you going over and looking and saying that they're any better or any submissive? Yeah, what happens when she gets angry with you? The history shows. So the sad part is, do we have our issues with each other, amongst each other? Absolutely. But I love my people more than they hate themselves. I love Keisha, even when she got a big mouth and even when she's humble. Because I understand what they've done to us and what's happened to us. And how they use certain tools to keep us divided because black dysfunction is profitable for everybody else. I understand what they've done. I understand how they went out of their way to destroy and dismantle the black family. And how our grandparents and great-grandparents fought tooth and nail and diligently to keep it intact and keep it together. All the tactics that they used. So we come online and we scream about racism and W supremacy, but then we commit verbal genocide on each other. You're not doing nothing but enforcing it. You're not, and then we teaching the young generation like Angel Reese and them to further enforce it. So then you get girls like this that come on and talk the stuff that she talk about black men. Then you got videos about young black boys just running over to any other group of women other than a black woman. This is what they've done. This is what they've done to us. So the self-hate is real. And a lot of times the self-hate is there and you don't even realize you got self-hate because the traumatization of our community has been going on for so long that you just think it's normal. It's just normalized. So I get flack for loving my people. I get flack for loving the black woman, loving the black brother. Do I support all our dysfunction? No, but I love my people. I get flack for that. I get hated on for loving my people. And this is where we at. This is where we at. So like I said, I've been married to a black woman for 22 years. Right or wrong, weak or strong. Love her when I can't stand her and love her when I love her. And we make it work. We make it work. The problem with our generation is y'all talk too much and y'all not willing to sacrifice, to make the sacrifices that's needed in order to bring about the change. We're not willing to do that. We're just willing to go across the street to somebody else's group. That's what we're willing to do. And that don't work either because a lot of times you're being used as a tool. But I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. And leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And lastly, stop with this. Stop with this going against Angel Reese for this Caitlin Clark stuff. Caitlin Clark getting hard fouls. All of them get hard fouls when they come into the league. She's a media darling and they're using it. Caitlin Clark waved her hand in people's faces and did all kinds of stuff in college. She lost to Angel Reese in college. Now all of a sudden, a lot of y'all that look like me just go against your own people for what? Because the media told you to? Come on, man. Y'all got to have more integrity than that.